Hi everyone, here is group A08. Our research is based on Apple company. Apple was founded in 1976 in California. One of the main founders of the Apple is Steve Jobs. As a technical company, Apple is producing computers at first. It created a Unicode system for computers, which is the famous macOS. It maximizes the user's safety. And in early 21st century, Apple started its mobile phone product line, the famous iPhone series. And it created a brand new operating system which is based on macOS for iPhone, and is a famous iOS. As I mentioned before, iOS carried over the security of macOS and become one of the most security mobile phone operating system in the world. Also, Apple creatively adapted the high-quality touchable screen to the mobile cell phone and only keep the home button. In this process, Apple released its first generation iPhone in 2007. Only 3 years later, Apple updated its design of the iPhone, and the fourth generation, iPhone 4, become super light and easy to use. And it greatly improved the user's experience and is a huge success in commercial area. Apple did not give up improvement, and in 2017, it removes all the buttons and creatively using 8-inch OLED screen for its products, and developed a new system of unlocking cell phone, which is called Face ID. Now, Apple is one of the greatest tech companies in the worldwide. Its product lines include desktop, laptop, tablets, cell phone, headphones, TVs, and cloud storage service. It generates a unique and excellent Apple ecosystems.
Also, analysis of Apple Inc. Apple Inc. is one of the world's most valuable technology companies, known for its innovation, brand loyalty, and financial strength. Conducting a PESO analysis helps to understand the macro-environmental factors influencing Apple's strategic decisions. Political factors. Apple operates in a complex political environment facing regulatory scrutiny, international trade tensions, and government policies that impact its global supply chain. For example, the US to China trade war has directly affected Apple's product costs, given its reliance on Chinese manufacturing. The U.S. government's tariffs on Chinese imports ranged between 10% and 25%, impacting components used in iPhones and MacBooks. Economic factors. Apple's revenue and profitability are significantly influenced by global economic conditions, inflation rates, and consumer spending power. In 2023, Apple reported a total revenue of $394.3 billion, a 2% decrease from the previous fiscal year, attributed to supply chain cost trends and declining smartphones demand. Inflationary pressures have also increased production costs, leading to price adjustments. Despite these challenges, Apple's operating margin remains at approximately 13%, showcasing strong cost management. Social factors. Apple's brand is deeply embedded in global consumer culture, benefiting from brand loyalty and high customer expectations for sustainability and ethical practices. A significant trend is the growing consumer demand for sustainability, with 33% of Apple customers preferring eco-friendly products. In response, Apple has expanded its recycling programs and pledged to research carbon neutrality across its supply chain and products by 2030.
Apple is at the forefront of technological innovation, investing heavily in research and development (R&D) to maintain its competitive edge. The company spent approximately $27.7 billion on R&D in 2023, representing 7% of its total revenue. These investment drivers advancements in artificial intelligence, augmented reality, and semiconductor technology. Apple's M-series chips have significantly improved performance and battery efficiency in MacBooks, reducing reliance on third-party suppliers like Intel. Furthermore, Apple's focus on 5G technology and cloud computing enhances its service ecosystem, including iCloud and Apple Music, contributing to its growing services revenue. Apple faces multi-legal challenges, including antitrust lawsuits, patent disputes, and labor-related regulations. In 2023, Apple was sued for $2 billion over alleged Apple Store monopoly practices, which could force change in its revenue model. Intellectual property protection remains a priority, with Apple actively filing patents and defending against infringement claims. Additionally, labor laws in key manufacturing regions such as China and India impact Apple's supply chain operations. Compliance with international given scrutiny over working conditions at Coney, Apple's largest supplier. Apple has taken a leading role in corporate environmental responsibility, setting ambitious sustainability goals. The company has committed to achieving 100% carbon neutrality across its supply chain by 2030, reducing emissions through renewable energy projects and material recycling. In 2023, Apple reduced its carbon footprint by 40% compared to 2050 levels, largely due to increased use of recycled materials and energy-efficient product designs. Furthermore, Apple's zero waste to landfill policy for its manufacturing facilities demonstrates its commitment to sustainability.
Porter's 5-force analysis of iPhone 16e. To analyze the external environment of business, Porter introduced the 5-force analysis to study industry structure. Building on SWOT analysis, To improve and deepen strategic analysis, this force industry competition, power of buyers, right of new entrants, power of suppliers, and the right of substitute products. First, let's look at the industry competition. iPhone faces strong competition. The key point we'll look at are market share and sales growth. According to the data, iPhone leads in the smartphone market, but its market share dropped by 1% last year. Meanwhile, its main rivals like Xiaomi and Transsion have gained more market share. According to BBSFIN, are starting to challenge iPhone's position. Next is the bargaining power of the buyer. It is medium. iPhone has strong brand loyalty and keep users tied to this iOS system. Also, iPhone focus on the high-end market, where buyers are less price sensitive. It makes it less likely for users to switch brands. However, if new phone upgrade are minor, users might keep their old phone instead of buying a new one. For the iPhone 16e, even though it's $20 cheaper than iPhone 16, remove the MagSafe feature could push more users to consider high-end Android phone as the alternative. It is something to keep in mind.
The third factor is the threat of new entrants. For Apple, this threat is relatively low. This is mainly attributed to three reasons. Firstly, technological barriers. Apple's leading position in technology and patent accumulation have set a high threshold for new entrants. Secondly, capital requirement. Entering the market where Apple operates requires significant capital investment, especially in research and marketing. Thirdly, brand loyalty. Apple has a high level of brand loyalty, and new entrants need to overcome consumers' preference for Apple brand. However, Apple needs to continue strengthening its competitive position through new product development and building brand loyalty. This can put any potential new entrants in the industry at a greater competitive disadvantage. The fourth factor is the bargaining power of suppliers. Overall, Apple is very strong in supply chain management. This weakens the bargaining power of suppliers. Apple has reduced the influence of its suppliers through strict supply chain management. These key strategies include supply chain management. Strict supply chain management reduces supplier bargaining power, optimize procurement process, and lower operating costs. Diversified procurement. Apple has multiple suppliers such as TSMC, Samsung, LG. Diversified suppliers reduce reliance on a single supplier and improve the reliability of the supply chain. Diversified procurement. Apple has long-term partnerships with many suppliers, which helps stabilize supply and reduce the bargaining pressure. The last factor is the threat of substitutes. There are many alternatives on the market that may affect the market performance of the iPhone 16e. The main competitors here are some Android flagship phones. The performance optimization of high-end Android flagship provide customers with more choice. This has attracted some users to the Android ecosystem. Additionally, the iPhone 16e has some limitations compared to the iPhone 16. The iPhone 16e uses a single camera and it lacks MagSafe. This may lead some users to choose higher-end products. But at the same time, Apple's unique design and user experience make its product highly competitive in the market. The iOS ecosystem has also increased user stickiness and raised the cost of switching brands for users. This reduces the attractiveness of substitute to users.